Hey guys, welcome back to the Joy of Resin, doing a fun little New Year's Day mold pull video for you. Let's see, got all the pieces that I had started before the weekend, and the other one when the last little bit of warm weather going on, and most of them are ready to pull. In fact, I think I only got like 2 pieces left that still need another layer, but of course, we got a cold snap pretty much as soon as I finished my last pour, so no resin in this weather. Let's see, so as always, start small, go big. All right, so I got 2 new sets of dice to start me off, because I found a place, a local business that bought a whole bunch of my work and is going to resell it themselves to their customer base. It's a knife and fantasy shop, so they got all the all the cool knives and swords and stuff like that, and a bunch of fantasy stuff and dragons and D&D stuff and yada yada yada. Blah, blah, blah. So filmy. Okay, so new set of dice. So, kind of black and bloody dice. If any of my molds were going to convince me to get a pressure pot, it's these. Because I always end up with these little micro bubbles and indentations, but they are still pretty cool. Got one little hole right there in the D4, but still pretty cool looking. All right, dice set number 2. And this molds always yields the really fun little detail pieces to chip off. Come on, baby, don't let me down. What are my noisy neighbors up to today? Ta-da! All right, so the other one was black and bloody. This one is, let's say, smoke and blood. This one is blood and bone. I don't think that the red that I have, either of them really yield a good bloody color. And I gotta figure out how to start like dribbling stuff into molds. I saw somebody do a mold a couple of days ago on Facebook, and they had like dropped some red resin into their mold, and I don't know, I guess they probably let it cure in place, but it was all chunky, so maybe it was partially cured to begin with when they started pouring it, and it just stuck in place. I still think these look really cool, and I actually have some paint pens on the way from Temu to help me paint the numbers so that they're slightly more delineated. easier to read. But that probably won't be here for another week. But it'll look pretty cool when they do get here. Now we have just a little diamond dump cup. Very pretty. Moving on to the newest coaster set with my hexagonal coasters. This one was using up the rest of the resin from that same pour. The black, red, and white. I believe it was mica all around. Okay, not bendy this time, unlike last time. So I'm amazed I was able to get that set out of the mold without killing it. Ow, and there go my knuckles. Please hold. Let go. Oh. Phew. So what do you guys use to get resins out of stubborn mold? There we go. Is it like a pressurized air or something like that? Do I need to just get some pressurized air? Is that what I need? All right. So, white, black, and red all over. Ta-da. Nice little vampire coaster set. Which was definitely the theme of that pour. Okay, moving on still to, okay, the newest puzzle. And again, went with the splattered red on top of Old Smoky, on top of the white and black. Okay, there's all my puzzle pieces. Ta-da! Okay, and then we have the base for it, which I think, you know, when I poured this, I was going to put put a layer of black on resin on here, but didn't have enough room left in the mold. So I do have spray paint, so I might spray paint this base a little bit so that it looks even cooler than it already does. A little black, a little silver. Go. You know, for how big and complicated this piece is when it's actually made, demolding it is surprisingly easy. Unlike some molds that are in the room that I could name. Anyway, ta-da. Not gonna finish that whole puzzle right in front of you guys, although I'm off to a good start. All right, last thing that I have to demold today is, I don't even know what this thing is gonna be: an altar, a basin, a jewelry box, a jewelry catch, or just a place to put my keys, possibly an ashtray. I might even use it to make, you know, human sacrifices. Who fucking knows? All right, so this is a little bit of mixed media. I got my resin, of course. Ooh, what happened there? Oh, I got my resin. I got my neighbor's. That's weird. Did I use this thing to make candles last and just not clean it? Anyway. My neighbor's made she does pottery, and she made a bowl, and the bowl had cracks and holes in it. She said, well, it's no good to me. Do you have a use for it? And I said, of course. And I got the resin and the lights going through the middle. And then customer on Christmas Eve left me a silver dollar. So just worked that into it. But there we go. To what unknown purpose I will put it, I have no idea. But still, there it is. All right, that is it for this mold pull, and I will see you guys soon.